I am absolutely impressed by this. There's two things I always keep in my car. One is a jump starter. The other is a tire inflator. And yes, this is 2-in-1. I don't have to carry those in my car anymore. I can just have this, and this does everything I need. We have older vehicles. The reality is batteries go old. They don't work as well. Sometimes they die. Sometimes my kids leave the door open, the lights are on, the battery dies. It is so nice to be able to use this to jumpstart your car. You don't need jumper cables. You don't need anything like that. It will start the car up immediately. It lets you know if you plug things in the wrong way. On the back is a guide for how to do everything. You can't really mess it up. Well, you could try, but it sure makes it hard, which is why this is so nice. And then if you need to inflate your tire, can do this very easily. This is obviously very beefy, large battery in here. So if your tires are low, you're not at a gas station, you just need to inflate it quickly. This works great. You set the PSI, you turn it on, it turns off automatically when it hits the level it needs to be at. It can't be more simple than this. I love this thing. This was sent to me so I could make this video. Let me show you more of what you get and how this actually works. So it does come in this case. All right, so you can see this is pretty beefy. This is 4,000 amps up to 160 psi. A nice reference guide on the back for your outputs and your inputs over here. It also gives the instructions, which is nice. When your car battery's dead, you don't want to mess things up. So it's nice to have the reassurance with the instructions here, and then instructions for inflating as well. So awesome that it has everything right on the back of this. It even has error messages as well. So on this side is where you put the jumper cables in. On the front, you've got your USB-C, you've got your USB-A. This is where you put in the air hose. You also have a DC output. So you press and hold the power button to turn it on. So if you're using this as an air compressor, you can cycle through the different units. I think these kind of vary based on where you live. I'm more familiar with PSI, so that is what I use. But it also has presets. So for example, doing a vehicle at 36 PSI, which is what my car would use, or a motorcycle at 31, bicycle at 44, basketball at 9, or you could just manually set whatever PSI you want. It is worth noting that if you change the PSI on a vehicle, for example, and then you go back to the vehicle, it does reset back to whatever the default is. And it's got a fairly bright light. You can use it as kind of an emergency light as well. Put that on your car. So you've got different lighting patterns. And then to turn it off, you just press and hold, and then it will turn off. On this part of the case, you do have the jumper cables here. So they are not that long, which you don't need it that long because you can take this right up to the battery. This also has boost mode. So if it's not starting right away, you can press the boost mode to get a little bit of extra power, useful for if your battery is completely dead. And this doesn't come with a charger, but it does have a USB-C cable. It charges via USB-C, which I appreciate because I always have USB-C handy. These are the nozzle attachments that you get with it. And this is what you'll use to inflate your tire. And to charge it, you just plug in USB-C here, and it will give you a general idea of what your battery power level is. The nice thing about this is it does work for input as well as output. So you can use this same cable to charge a laptop or a tablet or phone. I don't really have much more to say. I've been really impressed with how well this works. And honestly, I think the thing I like the most about it is instead of having a tire inflator and a jump starter in my car, now I just have the one. That's all I need. Works really well. You can put it in the back, put it in the front, under the seat, whatever. It is kind of bulky and it is kind of beefy. But the nice thing about that is we go on road trips a lot. Our kids play with tablets. Sometimes they have meltdowns because the tablet battery is dead. Now we can charge it with this. This has a really powerful battery. So we use this a lot more than just for inflating tires or jump starting the car. We use this to charge our devices a lot as well. Really nice for that. I highly recommend this.